This is my second time leaving today. The first time I left, I didn't have the camera card in my G7X Mark II that I used to do these videos on, so I went back to the house and grabbed it. Then my dash cam was giving me an error message. She speaks to me in Chinese, which normally isn't a problem, but I don't know, I think bottom line was when I inserted the little micro SD card last night, it went in, but it wasn't inserted right anyway. So I took it out and reinserted it, and after just a second fumbling around in the app, I think I have the dash cam grabbing video again. So that's good, you know, just in case I want to pull some for tonight. So it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just now leaving the house and making videos and getting on with my day, because I woke up this morning a little later than obviously on a school day and still not feeling really great. Just I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, just not over this cold yet, which for me is pretty typical, because when I get sick, the colds tend to drag on a little bit. Heard from Joey over at his dad's house, and he's not really feeling much better today either, so I guess that makes me feel better. Well, not, because I really don't want him to be feeling poorly, and surely I want him to be ready for school Monday morning. So at any point, I have a list of about 15 things, and I'm headed to Walmart by myself. No Johnny to tag along with me today, and you know, I understand Don's at the house doing his thing, that's cool. But by myself, and see if I can actually follow my list and get all the items on it. That would be a plus. And then Don and I are talking about going out to eat at the Mexican restaurant later on. That way if I wear myself out a little bit shopping and I'm still not feeling good, I don't have to worry about what we're doing for dinner tonight. So that'll be appreciated. But let's go get this shopping out of the way. So my first stop of the day is to catch a Pokestop and a Pokemon for me and Johnny. I have his phone, even though he's not with me, and we'll get that out of the way. We're still waiting for Mewtwo, the new legendary Pokemon, to be released in our area, so there's not a lot of extra Pokemon action going on today, but still need to catch our daily stuff. Guardian Angel is just starting to put out the fall stuff. How exciting. So I went into Guardian Angel for a few minutes, and just for the record, I did not buy anything today. You have to go in often to get the best stuff. You have to sometimes be there when they put it out. So, and then sometimes when you go in, you just don't find anything. Better luck next time. So I'm in the Walmart parking lot now in my safe, far away from the building spot. It was interesting. I pulled in, and a gentleman driving a Lincoln SUV, I think he said it was an MK6. I'm not familiar with that particular vehicle, but he pulled up next to me and asked if I had a minute that he could ask me a few questions about my car, and I said sure. I'm most always willing to talk to people, especially in a big open parking lot where there's, you know, other people and cameras, you know, willing to talk to someone I don't know. It doesn't bother me. But I answered a lot of questions he had. I would say his main concern was range, and waiting for range to be really super duper like mega long. And I tried to explain how you really only need range to get you from supercharger to supercharger with Tesla, or you only need as much range as you can charge up at night and go for the whole day to do your local average mileage. And I think, you know, that he sort of got it, but I still think that he wants as much range. Like his philosophy was, if he could get a car that would go 500 or 600 miles on range, that would be the way to go. But at any point, I understand that different folks have different qualifications when they go to pick out their car, and I always answer everyone's questions as truthfully as I can, and I enjoyed speaking with him. I wish I had the nerve with these folks to say, wait a minute, can I record you? But I feel like I'd probably chase them off and they'd go away, so I don't do that. But any point, always happy to talk with people about the electronic cars and Ruby in general. Walmart's getting in on the action with their fall stuff too. All right, well, I think I got everything I went in there for, except for one item that I sort of didn't expect them to have. It's plastic rubber feet. It's the kind of little tiny discs that you would put on the underside of a cutting board or something like that. We have a few missing, and So we'll try Home Depot or Amazon and see if we can't find those. So I got home from shopping, and who come out to greet me but my Donnie, because he knows I'm not feeling 100% and I got stuff in the back that needs to be moved.
Yep.
Thank you, Donnie.
I love you, pretty girl.
I love you too. Mother and son, midnight and nighttime. They play together several times a day for a few minutes. Not too rough, but just enough to give each other a little grief. So I'm home, and Don and I sat down to review the mail that came today. For some reason, we had just a huge amount of stuff in the mailbox, way more than normal for a Saturday.
Right.
And one of the things in there is the July My Home Energy Report from Duke Energy Progress.
Yep.
And we get one of these once a month, and I've done a whole video on how I feel about this energy report from them. I'll put a link in the video description if you want to check it out. But basically, they say that we are not an efficient household, and that was before the electric car. And Don did some work that basically showed that's mostly because of how much it costs us to run the dehumidifier, the extra $35 to $45 a month. And when you add in that we got 2 refrigerators and a chest freezer, you might see why we might be using more electricity.
Right.
But we were interested in what this report was going to show.
Right. Now
that we've added Ruby onto the grid and we're charging Ruby. And so instead of the $35 to $45 more a month, now we're in the $187 a month more than the average household in our area. And the grid shows, and I'll put up a real picture you can see in the video, but the graph on the back, it shows this huge spike between June into July for our energy consumption. So
yeah, well, you know, it's an electric utility company, and they just don't get this electric car thing. You know, this electric car, we don't understand those at all. There's no way people have electric cars, right?
Yeah, they just don't seem to take that into consideration. And also, I thought electric companies wanted to sell electricity, but apparently not. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, we're headed out to Mexican dinner, and Donnie's glad about what?
I get to drive the Tesla 2 days in a row.
So, Donnie ordered mariscos. It's seafood. Yeah, hang on. So Donnie ordered mariscos. It's some sort of seafood taco thing, and it's sizzling, and it's like, oh my goodness, that looks good, Donnie. I think you've done good.
To do something different.
Yep. We both ordered something different than the norm tonight. Yep. Now I ordered a steak, chicken, and shrimp quesadilla with everything, and that thing is huge. Well, dinner was really good. Donnie finished all of his. I, on the other hand, have a to-go box.
Right.
That'll be a really great breakfast for tomorrow morning. And Ruby has had a wonderful view of the water tower and the sunset and the clouds while we were in the restaurant. Any day when you get an opportunity to enjoy the sunset, you know for sure that's a good day. All right, what Saturday night date night would be complete without a trip to the Home Depot?
That's right.
We'd be looking for those rubber feet that I couldn't find at Walmart earlier.
Right, that's
and
right.
whatever else just happens to be happening at Walmart.
Actually, it's just a place to walk in the air conditioning.
Yeah, walk off that meal we just had, which was really good, but a lot of food. All right, it's Home Depot to the rescue. And there's nothing quite like seeing Donnie in his element here at Home Depot.
That's right. Can't have too many clams.
I like it when he comes to Home Depot because then, you know, stuff I need at Michael's, it sort of evens out, you know. Crafts and tools.
That's right.
We're not usually out at night too much with Ruby, but she's looking good here in the blue light hour. Oh, aren't you sweet, Donnie? Thank you, Donnie.